You mentioned earlier before that timeout, it wasn't a surprise that South Africa defeated Lesotho yesterday, even though some people were saying that it was South Africa might lose. But today, just in about 5 hours, we're going to be up against Rwanda. Let's take a look at what we think the lineup will be. Now, this is the lineup at our last qualifier against Zimbabwe. I think it was, Yes. We beat Rwanda away, and then we came and drew Zimbabwe at home, which was the major shocker. But let's take a look at this now. Who are we expecting? Now let's take a look at our expectations now. Who are we expecting to start today when it comes to the lineup? Who are we expecting to start today?
Well,
what do you think?
I think he's still going to maintain the defense. I mean, the likes of Bassi and Troost-Ekong. We don't want to watch what Estevao did to Bassi when his last game in the Premier League. But then Bassi is one of our solid defenders. The combination with Troost-Ekong is still solid as well. My only issue is with Osai Samuel because he can bomb forward, but at the same time, his defensive capabilities, is shaky. So, but then we don't. I don't think we really have, a replacement on that side. Maybe we can switch him with Olaino and put a certain Bruno Onyemaechi there.
Onyemaechi, can he play left? So is that Osai Samuel or Onyemaechi at this point, or do we move Olaino down to the left and take find somebody else there?
No, I think it's going to be for Onyemaechi to be on the left.
On the left, on the left for Aino.
Yes, Aino has that quality to play both on the right and on the left. But then I know also defensively on the left, what happened at the last AFCON, the final, when he was up against Simon Adingra. But then I don't think Rwanda have that kind of quality. So going forward, we need to attack, really. And Olaino and Bruno Onyemaechi are very good options, going to attack, but they're always going to cover for Bassi and Troost-Ekong. It depends on the flow of the game. If Nigeria has that control from the beginning, then we can also, attack and don't really bother about the defense. But then Rwanda, they are going to come prepared. They just need a point. 3 points will be massive for them as well. So I think it's all about minding how we attack and how we defend.
Right. In the midfield,
the midfield is actually looking okay, but the issue now is with Lookman, because Lookman, he hasn't really had the best of. He hasn't started the season. I don't think he has kicked the ball for Atalanta this season. How is it going to impact on Eric Chell and his selection? Are we going to go with him or a certain Alex Iwobi? On this left, I think for me, my personal thing is that he's going to stick with a certain Moses Simon. But why didn't you call Chidera Ejuke, who is actually one of our best dribblers? That is for only Eric Chell to answer. So for me, we have Moses Simon right now. He's in form, for Paris FC, getting a goal and an assist as well. So we are looking to him on the left. And on the right, I don't trust...
Who would you put in there instead of Samuel Chukwueze?
I think I would just...
The season hasn't really started, really. Season hasn't started for him.
Unfortunately, the season hasn't started for both him and for Lookman. Yeah. But we know what Lookman can bring to the national team.
So we're saying that irrespective of whatever happens, we should start Lookman.
We should. This is a make or break, Mike. We just need to put in our talent. Look at Isak. Isak hasn't kicked the ball also for Liverpool and for Newcastle, but he goes back to Sweden and he gets back to scoring the goals. So for me, I think we should go with Lookman. We really need these 3 points right now. We can't gamble. I don't trust Samuel Chukwueze. I trust Ademola Lookman more than Chukwueze. So if you can put Simon on the left, he will be in the middle, and Lookman on the right, then the gunman himself.
All right. Of course, there is no issue that Osimhen is the man that's going to start up front. But they're saying that if we had a second attacker, if something was not going right, a Cyril Dessas, a Tolu Arokodare at this particular point now, you think that if we had to play 4-4-2, maybe in anticipation of South Africa, because as we're doing this more, also we're thinking about South Africa.
Yes.
Could we revert to a 4-4-2? Would it work? Because we need goals. Even if we are going to win all the matches, we need to ensure that we have enough goals so that if it comes down to goal difference, because that's what probably might come to when it comes to second place teams.
Yeah.
If we're going to have a chance, we have to score goals.
Exactly.
Should we go with one attacker or should we try doing 2 attackers?
If we're going to go with 2 attackers, that means we need 2 creative players as well, at least, because Alex Iwobi alone can't really be that creative. And sometimes when you look at Nigeria's games, we tend to go to the wing play, and the wing play is usually, in quote, dead. So because Samuel Chukwueze is not going to give you the crosses, so it can only come in through Moses Simon. So playing Moses Simon with Victor Osimhen up front isn't really going to work. So talking about the likes of Cyril Dessas and Victor Osimhen, who are 2 goal getters, it will be very, very important to get the service to them. Where is the service coming from is the question.
Tolu and Simon and Osimhen, are they 2 alike to play together?
I think so. I think they almost have the same profile.
The same profile, kind of.
But we know Victor Osimhen. Victor Osimhen can actually lift Tolu up front, come in, to come and get the ball. It's like an Harry Kane. he can come in to come and get the ball. If he's not getting the service, that's one thing I like about Victor Osimhen. If he's not getting the service inside the box, he can come outside to come and get the ball. Look for the wingers that can in turn give it to. If we are going to use 2 strikers, we need 2 goal-getters. So if one drops deep, the other one, can be certain to get into the box to score goals.
Okay, Rwanda shouldn't be an issue. We beat them. We beat them at home. So I don't think I know people are talking about, let's go past Rwanda first. They should
beat them away.
We beat them away. That's what I'm saying. So it should not be an issue.
Them at home.
It should not be an issue. I know there can be a problem when it comes to a head-to-head and Rwanda, but it shouldn't be an issue defeating them this time in Uyo and ensuring that we move up and talking about South Africa. But let's get done with this, and then let's take a look at what the table looks like. Now, this is the big point. This is where a number of people need to know what is happening and need to try to understand. Okay? Yeah, this is it. This is it. This is Group C. Now, South Africa, like you just saw, they defeated Lesotho, and you saw that that was massive for them. But yeah, let's take a look at this now, right? 7 matches. So we have 3 more matches to go for these teams. We have 6-6 here.
Yes.
South Africa, 16 points. Benin, 11 points.
Yes.
Rwanda, 8 points. Nigeria, of course, here in 4th place, 7 points. If we win this match now, we go up
to third.
Yes. Depends on what Rwanda and how they play. But then that will mean 10 points.
Yes.
Right? Now, if we move up and then we get 10 points, right? Now, that will mean that up against South Africa, if South Africa beat us, they've qualified.
Absolutely.
That means that at least they are going to be in the top 2. In fact, they've qualified because, look, Benin at this one, they move up to 19 points. They move up to 19 points, right?
Yes.
That's if they beat us. But let's just leave that one now. We first of all get our 10 points. They're still 6 points above of us. Benin is in 11 points. So we have a chance of being in 2nd place. But this is where the catch is.
Yes.
Will being in 2nd place be enough for us at the end of the day? Okay, now let me show you guys something now. Let's move. Let's go here. Now, this is the place that is very, very important for a lot of you, right? And that is ranking of 2nd place teams, right? There are 9 2nd place teams now. This is the very interesting part here now. The first 2nd place team after 7 matches has 18 points. Cameroon has 15 points. Senegal 15. Burkina Faso 14. Madagascar 13. If we win now, we will be 10. So that means that, and we're not even going to enter. We're not going to enter 9th. We're not even going to enter 9th.
And it depends on the goal difference as well.
Right, and that's if that takes us to 10. So this is where, when we are talking about Nigeria not qualifying, this is where the major issue is. If we beat them, right, 10, we need to beat South Africa to make it 13, to move up into 2nd place. And even at that 13, we are not top 4.
I think right now we should be placing our focus on usurping Benin Republic first. Because Benin as well, look at them, even with their 11 points, they're 2nd place in our group.
They're 8. They're 8.
They're not even, I mean, look at what a 2nd place team is having, 18 points. So it just shows that it's looking bleak right now for the Super Eagles. No win today, and that is it.
Because now this is what happens
not going
here.
Anywhere.
The top 4, when it's done, will play themselves the first match, 2, and then they'll go play 2nd match. That means 2 matches. Then you now go outside and play a one-off qualifier
against an international team. Yes.
Against an international team, probably Oceania or Asia or something, and then so that means that after this level to qualify, you need 3 matches,
3 more matches,
extra matches.
Exactly.
It is hard. It is hard. 3 extra matches.
The calculator is not going to work this time, unfortunately.
It's not. You understand? So we can't go. 1st place is just out. The option now is 2nd place. And that 2nd place, we have to get into the top 4. So, and some people don't understand. They think you just get into 2nd place and then maybe it's going to be easy. If you look at it, we are more likely not to be at the World Cup in 2026.
And we only have ourselves to blame, Mike. This time, I think the calculators used to work for us in the past, but this time, we just need to revisit everything. We only have ourselves to blame. Well, when look at Lesotho, look at the game they played against South Africa. They couldn't string passes together. I mean, 2-3 passes I think they had 1 shot on target, which was a very, very weak shot. So, I mean, it's really bad. And we drew them 1-1 in this Uyo. We keep playing in this Uyo. What is going on? It's not as if it's a national stadium.
It's the only standard stadium in this country.
They have ourselves to blame. We have ourselves to blame. We can play elsewhere and get maximum points. So why are we playing in Uyo and we are not winning? Lesotho 1-1. Results that we should have gotten. People keep blaming the Zimbabwe game. What of other results in the past? So right now, to usurp Gabon and Cameroon, I mean, look at, they've been winning their games. We've not won in 3 or 4. So it's really looking bleak and peak for the Super Eagles.
It is looking quite bleak. And if you want to take it as per looking at, let's look at all the other groups as it were. Group I, and this is where there's an issue. Ghana drew against Chad.
Yeah.
I was quite surprised.
Yeah.
You know, it was an 89th minute equalizer for Chad. Ghana looked like a Desica. Like say they don't qualify, but they're at risk also. They should be careful. If not Madagascar, but it's sure for them pass us, so we cannot be empty to Ghana. You should not use us and cook now at the moment, right? But Ghana, Madagascar, Mali, Comoros, Central Africa, and Chad. Let's take a look at the other groups now. We also have Tunisia on top here, 19 points. This is basically
like they might be going.
This is basically qualification. Just one more point they need because you have 3 more matches. The maximum they can get from 3 matches is 9 points.
Yes.
So a draw for them.
And
they are good.
They are good.
A draw
very,
for
very
them.
good.
Just one draw, and Tunisia is already okay. And then Namibia.
Nice to see them again.
You know, Namibia, of course, Liberia, Equatorial Guinea, Malawi, Sao Tome, and Principe. Let's take a look at the other groups also that we have here. We have Algeria, right? Algeria, 18 points. Like I said, 3 more to go, 6.
It's quite tight in this group.
It's not. They just need 1 more point also because 1 more point, you just have 2 more matches after that 1 point.
Yeah.
So they get 1 more point and they've qualified.
But then what if Uganda gets a win? It's going to be 15 points. This will be 19 points.
Uganda,
so it's still going to be
If Uganda
tight.
should get a win 15, 19, 2 more matches and then 4 points, 4 points ahead. So yes, there's this thing, but they win their next match. That's it.
Yeah.
They win their next match. That's
it.
Mozambique, Guinea, Botswana, and Somalia make up that particular group. And then we also have here Ivory Coast. Ivory Coast are 19. This one is a very tight group.
Exactly. So it might still even be Ivory Coast that might make it to that 2nd place because
and they have 19 points.
And imagine having 19 points and finishing 2nd, and you have 7 points. You are struggling with Lesotho and Rwanda and Zimbabwe. You want to play Ivory Coast, that anger, and that AFCON again. Come on, I don't see Nigeria, qualifying. We are just doing the best we can do, to try and encourage them. But then
the best that we can do.
That's
it's how these teams, the teams you expected, they're on top. The big boys, they just went up on top and went there and stayed there. What is up with these Super Eagles, man? And how many countries have players in top clubs that are bigger than what we have in the Super Eagles?
I mean, and look at the transfer window that just concluded. Look at Nigerians making moves. Samuel Chukwueze got a move to Fulham. Some even didn't get the moves that they wanted. I mean, the likes of Ademola Lookman. But they made major moves.
South Africa,
and it's not translating.
They have about 8-9 players of their first team. Mamelodi Sundowns.
7 of their players are playing for Orlando Pirates, and I think that's the most. Imagine. If you are playing for a single club, that understanding, that rhythm is already there. Our own players, I think they just play with this feeling like, okay, let me just do what I can for the national team. I need to hold down my sport as my club. And placing your club over a national team for a qualifier like this, I mean, look at Morocco. This
is how big boys do. This is how big boys do.
Negotiate
maximum
everything.
Point. Like, look at they posted only 2 goals. They've scored 19.
Match. 18 points and they're already in USA, Canada, and Mexico.
This is how
they're looking at their next game at the World Cup.
I'm telling you, they're thinking of World Cup.
We want to play South Africa.
Now, this is one that will surprise quite a number of people. Cape Verde are ahead of Cameroon. They are 16 points. Cameroon have 15 points. Libya 11 points. Angola 7. Mauritius 5. And of course, Eswatini 2. You think that Cameroon can push out to come out of this particular group?
Really, I want Cameroon to do something, but then Cape Verde, they've been knocking on the door. They had a fantastic AFCON. They played really well. If you remember a certain player, Baby. Remember Baby that played for Manchester United?
Baby is 38 now.
I think it's about 35, 36.
He don't old though.
He don't old. And he came from homeless football. But Cape Verde, they have this synergy about them. They play like, I think they are colonized by the Portuguese and they play like, the Portuguese boys. And Cameroon as well, they have Brian Mbeumo, who is not at Manchester United. I want to take a sliding at Man United.
No, he don't score it. For the count 0-0 for him, but he don't score.
Let's give him that one. But I think Cape Verde will just do the business because they play really good football. And I want to see them at the World Cup.
At the World Cup. Now that's quite shocking that we'll have 9 countries at the World Cup and then there's going to be a problem. Okay, we've seen this, we've spoken about this.
A certain African giant.
Odogu, let's leave that. DR Congo, Senegal. This is quite an interesting group
It's
here.
strange
Group
for them
B.
to be here.
They are there. Sudan, Mauritania, Togo, and South Sudan.
But DR Congo have good players as well, though. Look at a certain Wissa, and I think they just got a call up for Aaron Wan-Bissaka as well.
Wan-Bissaka said he wants to play for them because he was never going to ever get England.
How no? So I think DR Congo and Senegal is going to be tight right here. This is something to look forward to.
Okay.
I mean, look at it: 16 points for first place, 15 points for second place. It's still tight at the top. I think Senegal will still. They have enough just to go through.
Okay, all right. But this is the final group that we have here. Of course, Group A. Let's take a look at it, and of course, they almost would have had maximum points also, you know. But of course, there was one draw for Egypt. There's Egypt, there's Burkina Faso, there's Sierra Leone, Guinea-Bissau, Ethiopia, and Djibouti. Yesterday, of course, it was 2 goals, 2 penalties. Mohamed Salah and Omar Mamouche with those particular 2 goals and all that. How if qualifying is not a problem, they will qualify.
Yes.
You know, what impact do you think those 2 players can do when it comes to Egypt and their participation in the World Cup?
Absolutely, you just have to keep both players, and it would be nice for Mo Salah to play at a World Cup. I mean, you remember that time that they said the AFCON is not enough for him to have a shot at the Ballon d'Or, so he needs to prove himself at the World Cup. Leading Egypt to the World Cup will be very, very important. Omar Mamouche, I mean, maybe not the same impact as Salah, but then he's a very, very important player. They also have a certain El Neni, and they have their homegrown boys. You know, we were talking about homegrown players the other time. You know, the Al Ahly boys, the Zamalek boys, they contribute to, you know, making Egypt a very good team. It would be nice to see Egypt again at the World Cup. And, I mean, if Nigeria can make it, let the other teams that are serious make it. Okay. I mean, we are having the same points with Guinea-Bissau.
All right.
We're not supposed to be here.
We do have a call. Yeah. Let's see if we can take that call now. Obina, hello. Okay, let's see if we can take 1 or 2 calls. I know that most of the time when we do all of this, we particularly tend to take time to analyze and all of that. We're looking at the groups and looking at qualification. Maybe what do you think? Do you think the Super Eagles can qualify? 0201 635 2011, 0201 635 2012. Let's just see if we can take 1 or 2 calls. We just have a very short time to wrap up the show. What are your thoughts on the national team? I'm going to be up against Rwanda today. That should not be a problem. We should be thinking about South Africa. But, of course, you cannot jump the gun.
You have to beat what's in front of you first.
Exactly. You do what, because there is no surety. But if we don't beat Rwanda, there's no point. They should not just come. Let Chan Eagles just play the tournament. If we don't beat Rwanda, they should not bother.
Pressure.
We have to beat Rwanda
the pressure
today.
Is too much.
All right. Marvelous is on the line. Hello, Marvelous. Hello, Marvelous. When you call, go to that area of your house that you know the network is high. No go, you're in your house, there are different areas. Just move to that place where the network is good, right? We might have some network issues there, but just keep trying, see if we can get 1 or 2 calls. 0201 635 2011, 0201 635 2012. Okay, so if it so happens today, yeah, okay, Obina is back. Hello, Obina. Hello, Obina. If you can, whenever it's on and you can, hello, Obina. Hopefully that issue is not from network operators and all of that. But hey, come on, keep trying. Let's see. I can still hear the phones ringing. 0201 635 2011, 0201 635 2012. Okay, so it so happens that if all of this, all said and done, Eric Shell, if we don't qualify, you know, he was brought in to qualify. Was it given was the task already too hard? Was it a job that, you know, he was always going to fail or something? You know, because some people say that, look, even if we brought Pep Guardiola to coach this national team, we'll still not qualify.
Absolutely. For me,
and the boy is good enough.
I mean, they look like it on paper. We see them at their clubs, right? Look at the likes of Christian Zucchi, Victor Osimhen, but we still ask that question: is that cohesion in the national team? I was looking at the video of the training earlier. Look at the way the guys they were so lethargic. You know, just passing the ball, just trying to do like, I don't want to be here, but I'm here.
Well, let's see that clip. Like. Let's see that clip of them in training. Where did you see that one? Let's see the clip of the Super Eagles in training, because I think it was a fine day that mentioned that they were singing, that the way they were singing, and they were doing as if something was not at stake, but maybe let's see them singing. I look at now, they look serious now. They prepare.
Just hold on. I just want you to look at something. Maybe after this one. But they just do so slow, like. Just like I said, I don't want to be here. They're
not. You know, it's just like you're playing words. When you're playing words, you cannot show your main hand. So this one, you know, they want Rwanda to feel, you know.
You might not show your main hand and still lose. You just show it. I mean, just. Okay, look at this.
No, now, this is not
Come,
good. This is not
look.
okay. You can't be trashing our Super Eagles like this. See, the one Rwanda
on the pitch.
They won't fake Rwanda. They won't make Rwanda to say nothing.
Nothing
They
there,
won't, when the match done, when time don't reach, come on, they will now show out, you know. But we just have
wish
to
them the best.
we have to wrap up. We have to wrap up. Today we're beating Rwanda, right? That shouldn't be a problem.
Hopefully.
What's the score like? What do you think? Let's predict. What do you think will happen?
You want to put me on the spot now?
What do you want me sport? What sport today? Rwanda going, Nigeria going. You say sport. What sports?
For me, I'll stick with my exclusive.
Okay.
1-1.
1-1.
Yes.
Hafiz, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for being on the show this morning. Hafiz says 1-1.
I hope I'm safe on the streets.
They'll come after you, man. All right. Well, it's been a wonderful show. Thank you for being a part of this show. It's 12 o'clock, and just in about 5 hours, of course, it will kick off Nigeria versus Rwanda in Uyo. Well, the only thing we can do is to support our team. So we'll go out there, Nigeria strong, support the Super Eagles, and hope for the best. It's been a wonderful show. Thank you. We will see you next week.